y'all want to know me so bad?
Because we're under the impression that you're probably wanted at this point.
Let them do it, because they think that you're somebody. And
if you're not, then we're done. But if you have a warrant,
I don't.
Then let's get this done with so we guys can get you on your way. They're running everybody out and trying to figure out who you are.
Why are you so interested in finding out who I am?
To make sure that you're not wanted. Okay. And do you have any warrants, Jonte?
I don't know what this is about.
Okay.
Tell them.
Well, I'll check and then we'll figure it out. So he came up on a name. We're gonna check and see if there's any validity to it real quick to see if he's got any warrants or anything that we need to address. He's got county probation.
This guy here?
Yeah. By law enforcement, that's part of the terms of your probation. It doesn't look like you have any warrants right now, all right?
My leg is hurting. My leg is fucked up.
I know, but you're willing. Listen, man, you're willing to stand on your leg for 30 minutes and go back and forth with us when you could give us your name and we could work it out. You're in violation of probation right now, my man. All right, but you don't have any warrants right now, so let us work through this and get it figured out, okay? And we'll go from there. So the name he provided does come back with active county probation status, so he doesn't have the same Fourth Amendment rights as your normal citizen as part of the agreements of the terms of the conditions of his probation, which includes search terms. Doesn't have any warrants right now, but we're going to do a little bit further research and make sure that there's nothing outstanding of concern, and then the deputies that initiated the traffic stop will be the ultimate determination as to how to proceed specifically with the gentleman on the sidewalk. Has probation status at this point.
The temporary registration is expired in April of 2018. So we're going through that whole process, and that little baby right over there that you see, that little infant, is on the floorboard. They don't even have the kid in a seatbelt, let alone a car seat. The kid's on the floorboard of the back of the car. And no one seems to know who is the mother of that baby. So the father just comes up, he just walks up, and he says he has a driver's license. So we're going to try to release the vehicle to somebody who's licensed.
Have you confirmed ID on the gentleman standing here?
Yes.
And
they're waiting on a callback for a 623 out of Walnut Creek.
okay.
And it's going to be sent to their
You sound like a nice girl. Right? And we're having a good conversation, right? Are we arguing at each other? Are we having issues?
I'm just frustrated.
I get it. Here.
Can I get up?
All right, listen. The reason why we pulled you over, look at the back of your car. You see that? It says April of 2018.
I'm sorry, that's
I don't know.
the DMV gave me 2023.
Let me finish. Okay? So we pulled you over, we ran the plate, and it comes back suspended registration. Okay, so
My
what
registration right here.
what that tells us is, yes, you have this in the vehicle now, and you gave this to me, but DMV suspended your registration because they said they didn't have the SR22 on file. Okay? But now you showed me that you have that SR22. I took down your policy number. I saw it. When you presented it to me digitally, I'm fine with that. Okay? So we're beyond that now. All right?
You know what that is.
What it's saying is that you can't drive outside of your job. And all of these
Yes, sir, I
guys,
just got off for work.
listen. It's my time. Okay, all of these folks cannot be coming from the nursing home with you, okay, somewhere. And you picked up all these folks, and they're in the car, and you're not coming from work. So that's a violation. And then,
I have a whole picture at work too.
wait. Yeah, give me 2 more seconds. Okay, then we walk up on the vehicle, and the baby, who's not even 2 years old, is on the floorboard in the back.
That's fine.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
All right, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So then we have all those issues, and then not only that, but now we have people that have warrants. And I understand, hey, listen, I understand because you just got out of jail yesterday. Okay, give me the chance to double check all that bullshit. Okay? Now, what I'm going to try to do, because you're cooperative and we're talking, we're having a good conversation, I'm not going to tow this thing. Okay, so I'm going to release it. Okay, so give me 5 minutes. All right?
Who is that?
Give me 5 minutes. I don't know. She's not happy about that.
Yeah.
Deputy Cruisenberry, he's showing a warrant out of Walnut Creek. So when he was arrested, your boyfriend. So when he was arrested, Walnut Creek may not have wanted to come pick him up. So they left the warrant in the system.
You guys are gonna take him to jail?
They may not want to come get him.
So you guys are taking the jail tonight?
It depends on what the only reason they would have let him go is because Walnut Creek didn't want anything to do with it, okay? But we have to check because it's going to stay in the system. And then for Mr. Jonte over here, he's on probation for child abuse. So he was being evasive with his information. That's kind of what delayed things a little bit longer than they needed to be, but he doesn't have any warrants or anything, so he'll be fine. Creek wanted you. So there's a possibility that Walnut Creek doesn't want to come get you, but since it's in the system, we still have to confirm it. So if they don't want you, you'll be good to go, okay?
You don't get that she keeps playing games and I'm done playing games. So that's on her, not on me. She made that decision. Yeah, she's fine. She just came to pick up the baby. You can get the picture. Yeah.
It could have been a 10-minute traffic stop. They could have been on their way with a citation, but everybody's lying and giving us false names and refusing to provide information while they're on probation, which they're required to do so. So that's why we've been out here for an extended period of time.
So a traffic stop was conducted on this vehicle by detectives that are assigned to the task force in the South Stockton area here at Airport and 8th Street. Upon contact with the vehicle, which was stopped for registration violations, they located an infant child on the rear floorboard of the vehicle amongst 3 adults that were in the back seat. Because of that, the circumstances require them now, because they're all in violation of allowing that child to be in the vehicle unrestrained, to provide their information. Records checks were conducted. One female in the vehicle was determined to have a $100,000 warrant for assault. Another gentleman in the vehicle was found to have a $55,000 warrant out of Walnut Creek for retail theft. However, it was determined that Walnut Creek was not willing to extradite that warrant as it was out of their county. So a citation is going to be issued to the driver of this vehicle for the registration violations, as well as for the unrestrained infant child in the vehicle. The gentleman that we were having a back and forth with about his identity, he was refusing to provide his information even though he was required to by law. In a normal circumstance, we don't always necessitate passengers providing their information. However, due to the circumstances and the infant child being on the floorboard at his feet upon contact, that would be a requirement. It was determined that he was on felony probation for child abuse, but he did not have any warrants for his arrest at the time. So a report's going to be drafted. It'll be sent to his probation officer for a request for violation of his probation for failure to cooperate with law enforcement and identify himself when required to by law enforcement. But he did eventually come up on his name. There were no other issues that were found, so everybody's going to be released that did not have warrants or were not extraditable, and the one female with the $100,000 felony warrant will be taking a ride to the jail with us tonight.
It's going to be at Argonne and Yale on California 18, Ida Victor 008.
Traffic stop was initiated on this vehicle for vehicle code violations. As you can see in the lower left corner of the window is Mob Valley Car Club. They're one of our local sideshow groups that we have a significant amount of issues with that come out to these sideshows. He's got a camshaft in the back of the vehicle, so it's likely he's got a modified or aftermarket camshaft, which may be a violation of the vehicle code and emission control regulations in the state of California. So we'll do an inspection on this vehicle as well. According to Sergeant Burke, he's got no catalytic converters on this vehicle as well, which is a violation of the emissions controls here in the state of California. And as you can see, as he gets out, he's got a Mob Valley t-shirt representing his car club. So he's got an aftermarket K&N air intake. We'll take a look and see if it's California CARB compliant. It's required to have a sticker on here identifying it, so we'll take a look.
Long tube headers.
Mm-hmm.
And no cats.
And then he's got, I don't know if he upgraded his camshaft. He's got a camshaft in the back.
Here, how that idle?
Is it loping?
Yeah.
He's got a loping idle. So yeah, so this is going to be a not necessarily a violation, but he's supposed to have the CARB sticker for that displayed, and he does not. And then he's got the K&N air intake. It doesn't look that concerning, but I don't see a Cal CARB sticker on the intake either.
I know for sure the long tubes are a violation.
Yep. So he's got a performance camshaft for this vehicle. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a violation, but we'll take a look at this make model and determine if it is California compliant as well. Otherwise, that'll be notated for the state ref as well when they do an inspection on this vehicle. And the state ref is going to require him to bring this vehicle back to California emission control compliance before it's allowed to be operated on the roadway. So he'll get a pass to drive this vehicle home and park it until he goes to the state ref, and if it's seen on the road anytime between now and clearance from the state ref, the vehicle will be towed and impounded. Here's him on some public streets right here as well, showing videos of him out in the middle of the street on public roadways, flashing Mob Valley in this same truck at some of these sideshows that he's engaged in. Diablo's is another truck club. They come out to the sideshows as well, and obviously the smoke 'em emblem, that's not referring to marijuana, it's the tires they're referring to. So they're going to do an inspection of this vehicle as well, see if it's CARB compliant, and then likely issue citations for whatever violations the vehicle was initially observed committing. So the officers are finishing up the investigation here. So he's got a multitude of violations of the vehicle code for aftermarket parts and things he has on the vehicle. A record check showed that this subject doesn't have a license to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. So in addition to the car being stayed or the truck being sent to the state ref, he's going to receive a citation for driving without a license, and the vehicle is going to be towed. So this is at least one vehicle that won't be at any sideshows this weekend. We have about 200 to 300 subjects in the parking lot over here in Trinity Parkway near Lowe's doing an impromptu car show. A lot of our known sideshow groups are here, including Mob Valley and some truck clubs that we frequently see at the sideshow events. We made contact with them, advised them that there's a trespass order on file here at this property and to vacate the property. We have air assets overhead that are going to begin making announcements. And if they don't comply, then we will go in and initiate contact with them again. And if they refuse to comply, then potential arrest may occur. But it looks like the group is mostly peaceful, and they're getting in their vehicles now and slowly trickling out of the parking lot. So they're going to go to what they advised was a private property to go continue their truck meet, and which they're well within their legal right to do. But being in an off-street parking facility here without permission or a permit, they cannot be here. So we're going to give them another 10 or 15 minutes and see if they clear out, and hopefully they comply. Yeah, we're headed over to the area of Joaquin and Pacific. The truck club that we cleared from Trinity Parkway has moved over to a off-street parking facility over here. So when they left, there was no issues. Everybody was relatively compliant. No rocks or bottles or burnouts or anything like that. So we're going to keep an eye on them over here and make sure we don't have any reckless driving occurring. Currently, there's a couple dirt bikes in the parking lot that arrived, so we have our air asset overhead monitoring, and as soon as they go mobile, we'll attempt to initiate a traffic stop on them. If they attempt to flee, we'll likely disengage and let the helicopter follow.
Them, I'm asking the majority of them to leave, and I'm going to put a curfew probably just 1 hour.
So you're aware, because this is private property and you're here and you're allowing it, we will not come on here and do anything unless there's some sort of emergency.
All right, so we followed the truck club over here from Trinity Parkway. They made contact with the pastor over here at a church on Joaquin, who's agreed to allow them to come over here and have a peaceful meeting. We explained our concerns to him. He's concerned about the total amount of people that arrived on scene. However, he's going to maintain his property and make sure that there's no problems. If there happens to be a problem, he'll give us a call, and we're more than happy to come in and help him out with that. So it looks like they moved the event to a place where they can stay off the public roadways and not interfere with anybody else tonight. We will be out here doing enforcement, however, so as long as everybody's driving appropriately and within the confines of the vehicle code, there'll be no issues. If we start having reckless driving and things of that nature out here, then it'll be dealt with appropriately.
Right going northbound through this alley, Stockton foot pursuit. For today, clock. We got one going southbound as well, back north to Collins. It's north of that alleyway.
Where's the other one?
Dispatch, Mary 9, we're behind the other bike. We're going to be calling it. We're going to be southbound Claremont, speeds are 51 miles an hour, no traffic. Mary 9, just for description, we get a Hispanic male with long curly hair. Their bike is white.
Hey, hold on, I need y'all back up here.
That's going to be me. There was no 901, and he does not do medical attention.
So this is one of the two dirt bikes we saw earlier that was riding around with this truck club. They ended up leaving the property. We had air assets overhead that were able to follow them. They took Stockton Police Department, San Joaquin Sheriff, and CHP on a pursuit. One of the bikes crashed, and that suspect attempted to foot bail and was taken into custody on foot by the deputies that were in pursuit. This bike continued and started a loop around March Lane, El Dorado area, and eventually came to the parking lot of the McDonald's over here at West and Bianchi, where he was taken into custody. So he'll be going to jail for fleeing from law enforcement, and once we run him out, we'll see if he has any warrants or any other issues that need to be addressed. All right, so officers were in the area and heard this vehicle doing donuts in the intersection back there, and he picked the wrong place in the wrong time because there was about 3 or 4 units here standing by. So he's going to be taken into custody for reckless driving. His vehicle's going to be towed and impounded. If the truck will let him. Good evening, Lieutenant Theodore Sheriff's Office. You know I'm pulling you over?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying
I know you were getting held up behind that van for quite some time and you just wanted to get through, but I didn't want to say it was read a little bit too long.
I'm sorry. I know. I was just trying to get home. My
Okay.
kids are waiting for me. This
Okay.
is my driver's license.
It's all valid, all good?
Yeah, everything's
You chewed on it?
Yeah, my dog.
Oh, your dog did?
I know.
Okay. I thought you said I chewed on it. I was like, why are you chewing on your license?
No, I'm sorry. It was my
Okay.
dog.
Your license is all good, valid, everything?
Everything's good.
Okay.
Like I said,
I do not have light on.
All right, I see the one speeding ticket on your record from about a year or two ago.
yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna sweat you over it, okay? But don't, that's okay. I'm not worried. I can see insurance information on file in the vehicle when I run it. You're good to go. Make sure you come to complete stops because obviously you get pulled over. Now it's gonna take you even longer to get home. You know what I mean?
I have 4 kids and I was just...
I know, it's okay. I just don't want you to get hit or anything like that. There's a lot of people that are driving stupid out here right now, and if they're trying to chase a light on the other side.
Yeah, because my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I know I also got pulled over for that.
Well, I won't give you a ticket. I won't give you a ticket a day before your birthday. All right.
Thank you so much.
Drive safely.
All right,
Enjoy your weekend. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
I will.
The Stockton Police Department was involved in a pursuit of a 4-door vehicle with multiple occupants. The vehicle fled for several miles, and the sheriff's office ended up taking over the pursuit. Air assets were overhead and were able to follow the vehicle from the Arch Airport corridor onto the frontage road. The vehicle eventually turned into the parking lot of the Holiday Inn on the frontage road, and all of the suspects foot-bailed from the vehicle and went through the west entrance of the Holiday Inn. Deputies responded to the east entrance and confronted the suspects in the main lobby area of the hotel. All the suspects were taken into custody, and one was found to be in possession of a loaded firearm.
Hey, on the ground, everybody on the ground now. On the ground, everybody on the ground.
Hands down, dude. Stay where you're at. Do not move.
Hey,
put your hands behind your
he's
back.
got Ben's keys in his hands.
Okay.
Zebra 3, we're detaining one. He has Ben's keys in his hand.
You can walk down here. It's okay, son.
Hey guys, any weapons that we need to be aware of?
Yeah, on me, I got one right here.
You got a weapon?
Yeah, in my pocket, my left pocket.
What is it? What is it?
A G27.
Alright,
It's in this one.
alright. Just don't move.
You good, you good.
Hey, we got at least one gun.
Nah, that's it. They
Where's this part of your car at?
It's just me.
Alright.
You don't know?
It's just the
I
pocket.
appreciate you being straight up.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, come over.
Go ahead and stand up, dude. Hey, here's the keys to the car. You made up for it by apologizing for the gun that you had, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro.
They're black. On airport. Industrial. 7 David 11, we're now. We have units that's just a traffic collision on Fight Court. Southbound Fight Court right now.
Fight court. Next one up. 9 Lincoln 1, I'm with you. We'll see which way he goes.
Street, Newark Airport.
Where? Is curb line? I don't see him. Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! Get out! All right, I'm on the ground. Turn over! Hands out! Hands out! Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. You just seriously hurt one of our officers, my man.
I don't even know why he got behind me fucking with me. I was just
Doesn't matter. You gotta pull over. Turn over. Sit up on your butt.
Don't move. You got the audio?
9 Lincoln 1, I got him in custody. So we were just involved in a pretty lengthy pursuit with a subject, chased him from the Arch Airport area, up and down the freeway, back down, and ended up over here on 6th and Scribner, where he foot bailed from the vehicle and was taken into custody. Unfortunately, 2 of our officers were injured as a result of this pursuit, so we're heading back over there to check on them. There's supervisors and other officers on scene trying to help them right now, so we're going to head over there and see what we can do to help.